afterwards should be able to see this part. So get chat right over here, and we're going to wait till you guys can see this. And once you guys can see this, let me know if you can hear me. Because we're on the mic, and the mics have been acting up in the past streams. So as soon as I know you guys can hear me and see me, we will start our unboxing right here. Oh, sounds like starting soon. Let's see. Okay, you guys can see me. Can you guys hear me fine? If so, we are going to start 2 scoops. Let's see. We can hear you. All right. Thank you. We can start now. Okay, so here he is, 2 scoops. I've been excited for this one. This won 2nd place. Yesterday we did Peekaboo Clown, who won amazingly. That was like a 60% win. But this guy definitely took the lead for 2nd. So I'm excited about that. I love this prop. This prop is awesome. So let's start the unboxing here. Let's see what is inside. This is probably one of my favorite of all-time clowns from Spirit. It could be my favorite. I don't know. I think Nozzles is awesome, so he might be close, but I might like these guys a bit more than Nozzles. Here's one of the heads, starting right away with the heads. This thing is huge. Look at that. Giant, giant head. And this prop overall is crazy big, and one of the most fairly priced Spirit props of all time. $220. He's 7 feet tall. He has 2 moving mouths, 1 in each head. He's got side to side and lifts the arms with this giant ice cream cone with the girl inside. So it's crazy fairly priced. It's amazing. Look at this. The detail on this looks awesome. Then the cone looks really cool. Great concept here. I love the name they gave it to. Makes a lot of sense, but it's still a really clever name. All right. We have what feels like another head in here. It's kind of, yeah, covered by clothing here. But, oh, and Hunter Haunts, thank you for the $5 donation. What's your birthday? July 17th. Here is the other head right here. I'm not sure which one I like better. They're both weird. They're both supposed to be mutated and weird looking. But I think I like the other one better than this one. Although this one is supposed to, you can mix the voices, whatever one you want to have each voice. But this one I think is supposed to be that dumb type clown with that low-pitched voice. And then the other one's kind of the more talkative one with the high-pitched voice. So, those can switch, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to be. You can tell mainly by the teeth what the difference is in the heads. Isaiah, I even thank you for the $2 donation. Where is the prop from? This is a Spirit Halloween prop that was sold for a very, very short time. This thing, when it was first sold, I think it came back later on, but when it was first sold, it sold out so fast. And he is a very wanted one. He is amazing. And $220, like I said, that's a great deal for this. Here are the hands. The hands look great. I love the backs. The backs, which is good because that's what you see, look super detailed. They all look airbrushed. So that looks great. And I missed something over here. Hold on. Thank you, Nathan Panita, for the $5 donation. How did you get started buying your collection? Loved your 2021 haunt. Thank you. Started with Home Depot, actually. Home Depot had a 5-foot witch, and that was back in 2014, I believe. And that was amazing to me. Got that as the first animatronic, and then I went over to Spirit Halloween, and I've been going there since 2012, but the first animatronic from Spirit was 2015 Smoldering Zombie, and having 2, I started collecting more and more until it built up into a big collection. After Smoldering Zombie, I think it was Howling Werewolf, and by then, it was definitely building up a lot. And the Daily Film, thank you for the $2 donation. Have you heard of Field of Screams? Yes, I have. And I think there was something about that at Transworld. I think I might have met people from it or something, but I definitely have heard of Field of Screams. Here are the shoes. right here. There they are. These are some people's favorites, and I can tell why. They are much bigger and better quality than any other Spirit Clown shoe. They look great too. Love the lacing. Looks really realistic. Looks awesome. All right. So we have 2 leg foams right here. And those go over the knees, I'm pretty sure. We have this shoulder piece, actually. I didn't know this was separate, but this is. Let's see. Shoulder piece right here, which is separate from the mechanism, and this, which is the back piece, which actually the hip loop and the back piece are kind of optional on this one, I'd say. They're meant to be put on, but he can look better without one or the other. It can make him look more realistic. I think what I preferred doing was just removing the hip loop. I think I kept that back piece in, although that does alter the clothing a lot. Here's the base right here. Surprisingly, not last. It was on top of, it looks like just leg pulls now. We have 1 leg pull here, 1 leg pull here. Those 2 match, I'm pretty sure. Then we have 2 smaller leg pulls, which are these 2. These are over by the thigh section. And then we have this right here, which is the adapter, and then I'm going to leave the hip loop in there because we're not going to need that because that does make him look a bit weird. Here's the instructions. These are full color paper instructions, which they've been doing a more plasticky this year. But I don't know. I think both have advantages. I don't think the paper rips very easily, which is good. Here is the base right there. Let's set this thing up. Hopefully you guys can see this well. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So starting down here with A, our base is labeled A. We're going to put the shoes on after. There's no back section to access those. So let's put on our 2 leg pulls before those, like this. This one is actually not sliding down easily. We may be able to switch sides if the other one goes on too slow. Yeah, that's not good, actually. That is a very, very slow pull. Let's see how this one is. That one's much better. That's weird. I don't know what's happening with this one over here. Fully clicked in there, so we're good. The shoes are actually labeled U, so these are technically not supposed to go on next, but they can because everything else is going over these. So we'll just slide these down right there. They do have notches, so they don't go any farther than that. So it'll never look super unrealistic. Even if someone accidentally kicks it or the wind takes them, it'll look good. So now we have C and C right there. These go on a lot easier than these bottom leg pieces. Mine did fall over. Nothing actually broke. He's pretty awesome quality, but that might be what happened down there. Metal could have just gotten a bit bent. All right, slide this in. There we go. Best prop to get that's around 250. I'd say go for Monty then. Monty's 300 with a coupon. He turns into about 225. So 225, 230. That's awesome for Monty. Monty's huge. He's scary. He's got good movement, and he's made really well. So I'd say go for him. But most props this year you can get for under 250 as long as you have a coupon. So there are a lot of good choices there. Depends on your theming. Here is the clothing. Now we want to make sure that we have these oriented right. We want to make sure the Velcro is in the back. It is kind of annoying when they make these all one piece, but he is a really, really good priced prop. So probably saves on cost. Don't have to make 2 full separate clothing pieces. Slide this one down too. Best prop to get for a jump scare, I'd say Mr. Dark. Mr. Dark got so many good scares this year, or last year in the haunt, and he is amazing. It's much larger and faster of a scare than most people would expect in a haunt. There we go. Okay, these are slid over the knees, so that's not going to look unrealistic. Let's move the camera up just a bit, because now we're going to start adding the mechanism piece. right over here. Big mechanism. Now this was squeaking actually last time. I'm not sure if it's gonna start squeaking again, but that was after it fell over. It started squeaking and sometimes it wouldn't even move. Isaiah Ivy, thank you for the $2 donation. What prop would you suggest going up by stairs? I think, well, actually, if you can find an attack spider, something like that is great by stairs because you can have it launch right off. But I don't know. There's a few that could work for something like that. If you want to have them on top of the stairs, something like a attack spider or a jump scare. But if it's just leading up by the staircase, pretty much anything would work as long as you have a good theming. And I missed something here, so let's go right back up. Let's see. Velakoween, thank you for the $2 donation. Where did you get your intro from? Good question. The intro is a template that was then edited. So we bought the template for that, and then it was edited to have the name with just a 3D animation of that. Eventually, I might change it to something that's not a template, though. But I do like the look of it. Let's see. So we're not actually putting out that hip piece, so we don't need anything there. Jack Stalker keeps trying to grab me. So let's, I don't know, it probably is easier before we pull up the clothing to put this piece on right here because we can slide it up easier and then Velcro it on. Now, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Yes, this is right. We want to make sure that the back piece, there's like this back piece down here, has a spot to go in. And I should actually put that on now too, just because everything, so we don't have to try to reach into the clothing to put on stuff like that, because that'll be difficult. So now we can take this. Hopefully, yes, this is oriented right. So his clothing's weird because, let's make sure you guys can fully see up here. His clothing, let's see, goes around this section, covers this, but not these because you have to put the heads on. So it's like a 3-parted clothing, which no other prop right now that I've seen has that. Cerberus might, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. But it's unique. It's weird up here. So we'll slide this over like that. Get these top 2 Velcro pieces over here. And actually, now we take the front over here, this front flap, and flip it around. And that's going to Velcro back here. Velcroed that on. So that should look pretty good up here. Yeah, so that looks good over here. And then this will pull up, and we'll get that all ready in a bit once we Velcro all that in. But I don't want to Velcro everything yet because we do have some more pieces to put. I'm just going to Velcro like 2 right now, just so nothing falls. So now, oh, missed something here. Go up over here. Haunted Realm Haunt, thank you for the $2 donation. How do you afford all of your props? That is a popular question, and that is with YouTube revenue. Just by making videos, YouTube revenue can pay for these, and then I buy new props with that revenue from unboxing them. Bombshell Slashers, wow, thank you for the $20 donation. So, what would you rate Home Depot's Halloween 2022 lineup? That's a good question. I think Home Depot won this year. I know Spirit has amazing stuff, but Home Depot, I love the big things because they're eye-catching, they're attention-grabbing for a haunt, and that's what you want. You want people to come over and see the haunt. If they see stuff like 15-foot Phantom, the 12-foot line from the street, they're going to want to come see that. So I think Home Depot did great this year. I love 15-foot Phantom's my favorite, but I love the Wolf, Immortal Werewolf, 10-foot. I love the 12-foot Witch. That thing is incredible. And then the smaller items are also great. They have I think they call it the Smoldering Reaper. It's either that or the Inferno Reaper, but the servos in that are great. That Nick on YouTube, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the $50 donation. Let's see. Go up here. Do you like hot dogs or meatballs in your SpaghettiOs? I would say meatballs. I've never tried hot dogs in my SpaghettiOs, but I don't know. What do you think? What is your choice on those? I would probably say meatballs, but thank you so much for the $50 donation, and welcome to the stream. All right. One arm is on. But yeah, Home Depot, they they did amazing this year. And I will get unboxings of those up eventually, but their stuff doesn't ship too fast. I'm still waiting on stuff. Although I think the wolf should be in tomorrow or the next day. Slide this up here. All right. We'll get this arm in over here. And the arms do move, so they're positioned a bit weird right now. They will go down when he first activates. This is in the up position, or if it's not in the up position, the cone might weigh these down a ton right here. Oh, drop the cone down here. Here's the cone. This could weigh these down. And I know the cone is very difficult to put in. You'll see if I put this over here, slide this in, that looks good. I also see screws that are kind of loose, so we don't want to do anything too crazy with this. And this is not how they're supposed to attach. I forgot the hands. They bend the metal a lot, which is not good. We got to get those hands on so they are closer. Try to take this out here. But they are very, very weird. You can see they have these prongs right here, or the spots where the prongs go in. And they are not oriented right, at least on mine, and I think a few other models. So we'll slide this in right there. Okay, we'll position that clothing in a second, but here you'll see. Already you can tell the hands are in completely different spots, so it makes it really weird. Let's do it on the top one because it's easier to bring these down than up because we don't want to break any motor. And then we'll try to bend that in shape. Now, the prongs are already coming out. This is something, I don't know if there's already pre-drilled holes. Doesn't look like it. So this is something you might want to drill a tiny hole into the metal and put a pin in, or at least figure out a way to have these not slide out, because I've had this slide out on Halloween because it has so much pressure pushing up, the cone can just slide right out of the hands. So that is something that should have pins, but it doesn't. But that could be a customization. So we have the clothing position now over on this side. And Bombshell Slashers, thank you for the $20 donation. What is your favorite animatronic company? Professionally, Distortions. Distortions, by far, my favorite for professional stuff. They're great people, and their stuff is amazing quality. For retail, I'd say Techie or SVI. I think Techie's great at jump scares, like Mr. Dark. And their mechanisms are super impressive for retail, but SVI's got amazing stuff as well. They're great at fogging features, they're great at clowns, and I love clown props, and their quality's amazing for retail. So there we go, looks pretty good. You can, yeah, this is definitely in the up position because you can kind of see the bottom of the cone being lifted up there. So let's get the heads on now, and these actually Velcro on, so we can take these off if we need to. I think it'll be easier to put these on after we put the heads on. So let's slide. Actually, let's make sure you guys can see this because he gets really tall after we add these heads on. All right, there we go. These add so much height because right now he's not very tall. This is like not more than 6 feet. This is pretty tiny, and then this head gets crazy high up. This is now same height or taller than Jack Stalker. And I can see about Possessed Pumpkin as well. Possessed Pumpkin is 7'1", so probably about the same height as him as well. All right, let's see. These heads don't move. They just sit in place. But for some reason, it's actually not going in very easily. We can try it with the other one over here. But the mouths do move on these. And the Halloween dude, thank you for the $5 donation. Here's some money for new props. Thank you very much. Okay, one head is in. I'm scared about this metal right over here. This might be a bit bent. That could be after his fall. But it did seem like he was working, so let's see. Looks like it might have actually bent the prong with the metal a bit, so that helps. Yeah, bent the prong with the metal, so that works. Now, I don't even know if you guys can see this folding. Yeah, you pretty much can. But he is crazy tall. They look awesome. So let's see if there's Velcro. No Velcro up here. The clothing kind of just goes up to the shoulders and stops because it's all covered anyways. No real reason to see that. There we go. The ruffles cover that all up. And in the wind, it actually works better than I'd expect. The ruffles do stay down. These are actually a fairly heavy ruffles, so they're also Velcroed to the neck here, so they should stay pretty well even outdoors. All right, let's find the second Velcro. Not sure, here it is. Now these back Velcros, they actually attach to the head and then to the other Velcro, so they're double-sided. So it's a bit confusing at first, but I think we got it there. Okay, he looks great. He looks awesome. So let's flip him around and wire this up. He does not have too much wiring, and I think all of his motor wiring is already done. So we just need to get those heads all plugged in. So let's just fully undo that there. Makes it easier. There are 2 red wires, 2 black wires, which makes it confusing. So one prop's voice may go with the other prop's mouth, so it can get weird. We can switch stuff up if we need to. There is no labeling on which is which. So this could go wrong, but luckily, because they're the same voltage, it's not going to ruin anything. It'll just look weird at first. He also has a sensor wire that also goes up here. It looks like his arm wires are already directly connected to the mech, or the control box down below. We have another black wire at the top, and then I know you guys probably can't see this too well, but we have one more red wire, and there, that's everything. Okay, so everything else is plugged in. Let's make sure his volume's not too loud. Not bad, okay. Sensor mode. Let's plug in the adapter here. We're not going to plug him in to the wall just yet. There we go, because we're going to have to flip him around here. And now we can button up all of this with the Velcro so that this doesn't look weird. There we go. Okay, fully set up 2 scoops right there, although we may have to access that back one more time just to fix anything with wiring because it is weird. All right, looks pretty good. Can adjust some of the legs, but that looks awesome. So there he is. Let's make sure you guys can see. Yeah, you can see most of him there. All right, let's get this plug around back. Oh, jack again. Okay, let's plug this in. See if everything works. We'd be really lucky if both of those mouths are working in the right spot. Let's see.
Give me that.
It's clicking right now.
It's mine.
Yeah, it's still doing the squeaking. It's gonna need some grease. But let's see. Were the mouths working right?
What's wrong, little girl? Don't you
I think
like
that's
ice
fine.
cream?
So as you can see, it's like really squeaky right now and hardly working. So this is a prop that really needs to warm up and definitely needs grease. So I will have to do that after the stream. And then his body turn is really not working right now.
Fine. We'll share.
Try to adjust that a bit. I don't know. That's not exactly gonna work perfect without grease. Sensor him one more time.
Let's go. It's mine. Get your own.
Yeah, the body turning is not gonna work right now. That will definitely need grease. But the arms are working and the mouths are.
What's wrong, little girl? Don't you like ice cream? Everybody likes ice cream.
But yeah, super squeaky. So we'll definitely get that oiled up, and hopefully by tomorrow that will work. But now is the time we go and show demos of everything. So what do you guys want to see? Let's see. Who do we see first? Nozzles. Okay, Nozzles was the first one I saw, then Smoldering Zombie. Okay, let's go over. We're going to actually have to demo Smoldering Zombie first as Nozzles Fog Machine is heating up. But we'll move over here. Here's Smoldering Zombie and Nozzles. Back up for Smoldering Zombie right here. Okay, I'm going to plug in Nozzles Fog Machine because that needs time to heat up real quick. And then we will do his demo. Okay, so that is plugged in there. And I think I missed something here. Isaiah Ivy, thank you for the $2 donation. How are you going to glue Nozzles Nose. Oh, that's a good question. So, the mask will actually have to come off for that. If I do that, which I think I've actually seen people do that already, you'd have to make a little split in the back, and then you want to punch a hole, because if there's a split in latex, it's going to continue. That's why on the back of masks, you'll see that little hole punched in above the tear, so that it doesn't continue. So if you do that, make that little hole, and then you can pull off the mask, and then there's a plastic frame that looks very similar to this, I'm pretty sure. That's usually how they look, just the same as the latex, just a bit smaller and plastic. And then you'll apply the glue right here, and then you'll press this on and let that glue dry like that. And then his face looks a lot more like the prototype than the released. But yeah, it technically could ruin the latex, so I'd be very careful if you do it. Alright, let's plug Smoldering Zombie in over here. Here he is. There he was. And Hunter Hans, thank you for the donation. We're going to plug him there. I'm not sure, that's a hard question, but if you guys have heard of Mod Pizza, that might be my favorite. Mod Pizza is awesome. There he was. Okay, let's see if Nozzles is ready. We'll point it over here. Here's Nozzles. Doesn't look like his fogger is ready just yet, but it is warming up. So, probably one more demo if you guys want to see that, and then we'll go to Nozzles. Monty, okay. Turn over to Monty over here. Here he is. Okay. Now, all right. Let's plug him in. Monty's, I just got a notification today that it is shipped out. The new foot at least, maybe the head too. So that should be here very soon. So you guys will definitely see that new updated Monty in streams. There he is. Right there. Recommended distortions prop for 1,000 or under with a coupon. Distortions doesn't do coupons because it includes shipping in most of the smaller items, and it also is a pretty good price because their time making it and cost making it is really high. So they don't use coupons, but I'd say go for Animated Bloody Sweet if you can find one, or something like that, because that thing is terrifying, and he is around 500 or 600, so he does fit that budget. But the animated version, I love that one. Bloody Sweet is one I will definitely want to get one day. I just heard the fog machine click on. It is ready, so let's plug in Nozzles right here. There we go. Sensor's right down here.
Nothing like a little Halloween fog to set the mood. I can't get enough of this stuff. Get a load of this holiday cheer.
That really fogs up the room. Definitely one you should probably do outside, but he is amazing. Really releases a ton. All right, Deadly Creeper. Let's go over here. Here's Deadly Creeper with a ton of fog around him. Try to blow that out of the air real quick. Try to fan it. Can kind of see it better. Let's see. Not really. Still a ton of fog. Nozzles, literally fogs the entire basement within like an activation or two. So he releases a lot, and that's only with a 400 watt. So if you're using an 1,000 watt, that would be insane. Deadly Creeper is amazing. Try to unplug this before he goes again. There we go. Okay, what next? Let's see. Can't show Mutant just yet, sadly. But in the later streams, I definitely will. I'm excited about that one. It's not really an unboxing, but I can show you guys all the parts you want to see and then demos. Let's see. Peekaboo Clown. Yeah, we can do Peekaboo Clown. Let's move over there. Mutant and Colossus will be those last few streams because those two are huge and those are outside. Those are props that cannot come down here. Here's Peekaboo Clown. It's actually dark, which might be good for his digital eyes, and they just activated. But there he is. Let's plug him in. Closest outlet is right over here. That should reach. Yep. Okay. Oh, his sensor's down here.
Where'd everyone go? I can't see. I can't see. Because I had my eyes closed. Blah. But I'll keep them open to see where you run away to. You can run, but you can't hide.
He's so cool.
Ooh, Halloween is so frightening. I can't bear to watch scary things. I'm such a sensitive soul. Blah! Perhaps you will come closer and keep away the boogeyman.
Really, really cool prop. Love that concept. Digital eyes look great on him as well. All right, going back over here. There's 2 scoops again. We'll finish with 2 scoops. Let's see. Shotgun Blast Zombie. We'll do that right here, I think. That should work. Shotgun Blast Zombie is a really cool prop because Spirit doesn't usually do interactive stuff like this that the audience can actually completely play with. Like, you can set this up, and it'd be a great, what we're doing is it'd be a great, like, kind of entertainer for the line, where the audience can actually shoot this thing down while they're waiting, and they'll have something to do. Let's steal Possessed Pumpkin's adapter, because he does take 6-volt 2-amp, because I do not have one for this guy. We'll definitely have one by Halloween, though. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this will reach. Probably not. We're actually going to have to move the camera just a bit for this guy. There we go. Okay. That may be enough space to fall back on, but we're going to give him just a bit extra. He has a large fallback, so you do want to give him space. You don't want that mechanism to click or anything like that. All right. Move over here. There he is. He should be on. Let's test. Yep, he's on. Yeah, we can do Wretched next. And then we'll come back to 2 scoops for the final one. Let's do this one more time. His range is awesome too. If you guys heard in the last stream, I've shot this from probably around 40 or 50 feet away, and it still works. And the further you are, you need better aim, which I like. I'll have to have him pretty far in the haunt because I do want it to take some skill. We'll let him reset, and then we'll unplug him over here. But yeah, that's an awesome prop. Interactive is always great. All right. There he is, Shotgun Blast Zombie. So let's move over to Wretched real quick. We'll finish with Wretched. Easiest way is probably around 2 scoops box. 2 scoops has a huge, very square box. Here's Wretched. Finish with Wretched over here, and then we'll go back to 2 scoops because he was the unboxing of the day. There we go. There she is. She is terrifying. She does have audio as well. I just don't have that on. She's super, super cool. I'm excited to use her. I think people will be totally terrified of that thing. All right, let's move back over here for our final demo of the day. But we'll be back tomorrow with, I think, Baphomet. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what the poll was at today. But you guys can still vote if you haven't on the community page, because the poll is up and it goes in order. It's top 5, but it goes in order of percentages. So 2 Scoops was today, but tomorrow, right now, I think it's Baphomet. But yesterday, Baphomet was actually winning over this, I'm pretty sure. So you guys switch that up, so it's still possible to switch that up. So let's demo 2 Scoops one more time. Kind of demo. He is supposed to turn, and that squeaky noise I'll have to get rid of. But that just needs some grease. But after a while, it warms up and moves even faster as well.
What's wrong, little girl? Don't you like ice cream?
Everybody likes ice cream.
Their mouths actually move surprisingly good. But there it is. Okay. So there he was, 2 Scoops. Once I get that greased and then hopefully getting this motor working. I don't think it's actually the motor that's the problem. It gets stuck pretty easily, so I think that just needs grease as well, and then a little help to get going. But once he warms up and stuff, hopefully tomorrow when we're back, I can get that on demo, actually fully working. But there he was, 2 Scoops. Tomorrow I think is Baphomet, but you guys can still change that. So yeah, there it was. That was stream 7, I believe. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.